This is gonna be a crazy video right here, man. You know what I mean? But what's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, man, Jay Willie Silly, man, aka you said I didn't wash my hands. Bro, not like I doodled anything, bro. Like we gonna do this. We're gonna act like, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna act like, you feel me, like, y'all, every time you piss, you wash your hands. I wash my hands every day. You know what I mean? Please stop it. Wash my hands every single day, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you gonna acting like every time you piss, you wash your hands, bro. That's what I be saying. Niggas be faking lifestyles, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be faking lifestyles. Niggas be fake for real. You know what I'm saying? Go wash your hands. Nigga, you don't wash your hands. A lot of y'all niggas don't wash your hands when you doo-doo. I wash my hands every day. You know what I'm saying? But I be dang if you think I'm finna wash my hands every time I piss. I be dang. You know what I'm saying? It's my meat, bro. It's my meat. My meat is clean. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. I bathe my meat. My meat is clean. Simple as that. Know what I mean? I don't know if y'all got dirty meats, but Jay got a clean meat. Simple. You know what I mean? But no, though, man. What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, Jay Willie Silly, man. A.K.A. Mr. Take It Easy. Before you end up like these, make sure you follow my Instagram and Twitch, man. In the description down below. Everything you know about your boy Jay, it's in the description down below. You know what I'm saying? Why everybody putting AO for? Why people putting question marks? You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, what the freak? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm a dude, bro. I got meat, nigga. What's wrong with this nigga? You know what I'm saying? But you ain't got a meat, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But no, bro. Subscribe to my second channel, man. Link is in the description down below. You know what I'm saying? Look at why the FBI raided oblock and turned it into no block. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, bro. I ain't gonna lie, but the FBI tore up oblock. I ain't gonna lie, oblock has not been the same, bro. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, godly. I'm talking about oblock, man, bro. You know, move up. You know what I'm saying? Who them other three they got caught, man? Them boys got cooked. I'm like, what the freak? You really try to go down there and do that where them white folks was at? You should have knew the white folks wasn't gonna play that. Nigga, how could you? You had to kill that nigga Duck that, like, it was that bad. Like, y'all, it was that serious, really? When you went downtown Chicago in broad daylight, you had to kill that nigga. You had to take that nigga life. It was that serious. This nigga's cook.
In the early morning hours of October 13th, 2021, the Chicago police, a SWAT team, and the FBI pulled out of Chicago's 3rd District Police Department. They were heading northwest towards a Chicago neighborhood called Parkway Gardens, or more famously known as O-Block. O-Block is one of America's most dangerous neighborhoods, where violent crimes are extremely—
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, when they come to O-Block, I never stepped foot, bro, in Chicago. You know what I mean? But I just feel like, honestly, you know what I'm saying? When it come to O-Block, I feel like O-Block was the most famous because they had so much talent, bro, in O-Block. You had King Von coming out of there, Chief Keef coming out of there. Had a lot of rappers, you know what I'm saying, coming out of that area, you feel me? So I feel like O-Block was like, you know what I mean, one of the most known blocks in Chicago, but one, like, I'm not going to say it wasn't a dangerous block. I feel like it was, but I feel like it was other blocks that was way more dangerous than O-Block. I just feel like O-Block just had more recognition. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, you feel me? Just how it is, bro, you know, when it come to King Von and certain dudes, you feel me? It's 1,000 King Vons, not even in Chicago, but in the world. You know what I mean? It's hella people that's in Chicago way more dangerous than King Von, you feel me? But, you know, King Von got the recognition, so people start thinking that King Von the top rated, you know what I'm saying? But got people out there that's way more dangerous than King Von that don't even, nobody knows, you know what I mean?
Common. Police are often called to this neighborhood during these violent outbursts, but this time, it wasn't a response call. This was a raid. For the first time ever, the FBI was involved in a case tied directly to O-Block, and it wasn't going to end well for some of its residents.
Another day of SWAT team raids, the scene unfolded.
Nigga, the FBI on your heels, it's over with. It's over, brother. It's over.
These police units began their raid by blocking all 5 exits to the Parkway Gardens neighborhood. These law enforcement agencies had with them search warrants, arrest warrants, and were going after the suspects in the killing of FBG Duck.
I still couldn't believe it, but hey, we should have known, man. We should have known, man. After that Dead B song, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it surprised me when he dropped that though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro just dropped Chicago Legends. He just dropped it. You know what I'm saying? So when bro dropped Dead Bees, I was like, dang, I thought this nigga was on some peace junk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought bro was on some peace treaty. You know what I'm saying? I was proud. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, yeah, you know, Duck changing. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's supposed to be about. You know what I'm saying? But shoot, after the Chicago Legends on, this nigga dropped Dead Bees. I was like, man, dang. You know what I mean? You feel me? But it don't matter, bro. You know what I'm saying? If they don't want peace, sometimes you got to do what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? Honestly. So that right there just really showed that Duck ain't really mean none of that he was saying. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you feel me? You know, like I said, it's all about what you do. You feel me? And I feel like, bro, if he wouldn't drop that Dead Bees song, I honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like, Duck was a target for sure before that song even dropped. But I feel like him dropping that song, like, really made these niggas like, oh, yeah, we got to get this nigga. And especially how many views it got. Like, that junk got like 30 million views. I think when he dropped that, that was like on some, yeah, we got to kill this nigga.
AG Duck was a famous rapper and was part of Oblock's rival gang. This rival gang was known as the Gangster Disciples, while most of the men living inside Oblock are part of the Black Disciples. Out of the Black Disciples, the FBI was going after 4 main suspects. The FBI's suspects were Charles Liggins, who goes by C-Murda, DeCarlos Offord, who goes by Los, Christopher Thomas, who goes by C-Thang, and Marcus Smart, who goes by Muwop. All 4 suspects were sleeping at the time of this raid, and these law enforcement officers knew exactly which building they were in. It wasn't too difficult for the FBI to track down these 4 individuals that were behind the killing of FBG Duck.
Nigga stupid.
That's because these 4 individuals weren't very discreet about their involvement in this killing.
You got any like thoughts like on FBG Duck? You know, any thoughts on him? Like, did you know him? Who Duck? Did you know him before? Like everything
like that. I don't know. Okay. All I know, don't say that shit about Troy or rest in peace, Duck.
With this evidence, these law enforcement agencies
Niggas be so stupid nowadays, man. You know what I'm saying? Be so stupid nowadays, bro. Say rest in peace, Duck. You know what I'm saying? Now look at y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but that was the most. This has to be the most stupidest hit in history. Has to be the most stupidest hit in history. These folks went downtown Chicago, broad daylight. I'm talking about in the nice area, and did a hit. That's crazy. Like, bro, the car, like everything that they did was on camera. Them boys is cooked. The boys is not getting out at all.
Made their way on foot through the Parkway Gardens housing complex and into the residences that these
they not getting out. So I don't want to hear no free Muwop. I don't want to hear no free C-Murda. I don't want to hear free none of these niggas. They're not getting out. It's over, brother. It's over. They're cooked.
Search warrants and
simple as that.
4 men in handcuffs within just 10 minutes of first entering Oblock. The FBI left with their suspects and then held a press conference explaining what had just gone down.
That indictment alleges that these 5 individuals were members or associates of the Oblock street gang. The indictment also alleges that the Oblock street gang sought to promote and enhance the enterprise and the enterprise's members and associates' activities in various ways, to include publicly claiming responsibility for acts of violence committed by the enterprise, taunting rival gang members, and also alleges that the Oblock enterprise sought to increase its status through the use of social media platforms.
You know what I'm saying? These 2 just died, bro. He just died, you know what I'm saying? And dead, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, the other dude, Duke, just died, bro. It's crazy how many people done died, bro, and went to jail, bro. Like, that's really how it is, bro, in the streets, bro. You either dead or in jail, really, bro. That's really how it is.
And music.
No,
the FBI wasn't involved in this case.
These niggas really pawns.
4 men. This FBI investigation was far from over, as they believed there was a much bigger problem at stake following this killing. But how exactly was it so easy to find all this personal information on the 4 main suspects? Today, it seems like anyone can find out where anybody lives, what your email address is, and what you buy online, all just by doing a simple Google search. A large reason for this all traces back to data brokers. These data brokers know your name.
Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Here we go with the sponsorships, man. Here we go.
Sponsoring today's video. On August 4th, 2020, at approximately 4:20 p.m., FBG Duck
Dang, bro, Duck died Dang, Duck died 2020. What? 2020? What? 5 years ago? Dang, time fly, boy.
2020, at approximately 4:20 p.m., FBG Duck exited a dark colored sedan driven by his girlfriend. FBG Duck was in Chicago's Gold Coast looking for a birthday present for his son. Chicago's Gold Coast is known as one of the city's safest and wealthiest areas, known for luxury boutiques and high-end condos. As Duck was walking,
he was comfortable down there.
Two vehicles, a silver Ford Fusion and a black Chrysler 300, screeched to an abrupt stop.
I ain't gonna lie, it's to the point, gang. It's like, we gotta start looking at, how did they know that he was down there at that time? Like, that right there screams setup to me. It's like, I'm pretty sure bro ain't tell his location. So it's like, how did they know that he was at that store at that moment in downtown? Like, it's not like he was on 63rd St. Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that. This nigga was downtown Chicago. You know what I mean? So it's just like, how the freak did they know he was down there at that time? Like,
up next to Duck, 4 individuals quickly got out of the cars and immediately opened fire, unleashing a hail of bullets at Duck. Duck attempted to hide behind a car, but the bullets were coming too quickly. The entire assault lasted a mere 15 seconds, but was described by witnesses as 15 seconds of mayhem. The gunmen quickly hopped back in their cars and sped off. Duck was struck multiple times, where doctors later counted 16 bullet wounds across his body.
Dang.
Even Duck's girlfriend sitting in the car was struck, along with a bystander completely unrelated to the incident.
16
this
times?
shooting happened on a busy weekday afternoon, where surveillance footage showed many cars and pedestrians nearby. Surveillance footage was also able to track these vehicles on many different roads throughout Chicago, and even traced their cars all the way back to Oblock. At 4:56 p.m., just a half hour after the shooting,
stupid niggas being watched the whole time. Look at him, y'all.
Same Chrysler pulling back into Oblock, and Charles Liggins was seen exiting the.
And that's how y'all know that these people, like, it's all designed like that, right? That's how y'all know that these people literally let killers just walk loose. They have cameras in Oblock. They literally have cameras, bro, watching y'all, bro. I feel like these police officers, they know who killing each other. They know, bro, who killing each other. They know who killers and all that. That's what I be trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all are pawns in this game, bro. Pawns in this game, bro. For real. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know. If they want to catch you, bro, they'll catch you, bro. Simple as that. This is how they caught these niggas.
Passenger seat. This incident made national headlines, and local residents were extremely concerned that the gang violence was now spilling onto their own streets. This signaled that the violence of Oblock could even be felt in one of Chicago's safest neighborhoods. Because of this, the FBI knew they needed to get involved in not just taking down the suspects in this killing, but actually putting an end to the violence between these two rival gangs. The FBI had a much bigger task at hand, and it was just getting started.
What's happening on social media and what's happening in music videos that are on YouTube, particularly in the drill rap genre, it shows you what's happening in the city. It shows you exactly what's happening in the city, which is that people are threatening to commit acts of violence and then either bragging about acts of violence or talking about how they're going to retaliate for other acts of violence. And it's happening on a regular basis.
As mentioned before, the two main gangs operating in and around Oblock are the Black Disciples and the Gangster Disciples. These two rival gangs used to be united under the same gang, known as
Larry Hoover and David Barksdale. That's what I was saying. You know what I'm saying? These little niggas gang banging now, it wasn't even made for that reason. That's what I said in one of my other videos, bro. Crip and all these Bloods and all these little niggas that made these organizations into something that it wasn't even supposed to be, bro. You know what I mean? Told you, Black Disciples and Gangster Disciples was once united, bro. You know what I mean? As an organization. It was all about getting money back in the day with Larry Hoover and David Barksdale, bro. It was all about getting money, bro. These little niggas turned Gangsters Disciples and Black Disciples, bro, into something bad. You know what I mean?
These two rival gangs.
It was all about getting money
the same gang.
It was all about getting money back then.
Gangster Disciple Nation. This was one of the largest organized crime groups in Chicago that was formed in the early 1960s. By the late 1970s and early 1980s, tensions between the leaders in this gang started growing. Eventually, these tensions became so strong that the gang split up into two separate gangs, which resulted in the Black Disciples and the Gangster Disciples.
See, that's what I'm saying. And this junk been running, bro, since the beginning of time, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's generations of this, bro. Like, generations. Like, this junk been going on. Niggas been pawning the game. You feel me? It's generations. It's been going on ever since 1960s, bro. The 2025, and now guess what? All them getting wiped out. Now guess what? The little kids, we see it in front of our eyes. It's so crazy. It's like, dang, bro. Like, it's really a never-ending cycle until niggas like come together and be on some like, we gonna stop we gonna stop the gang violence. We want peace. This junk forever gonna go on, bro. This junk been going on ever since the 1960s, bro. We in 2025 and it's still going on. You know what I'm saying? So now you see the younger niggas now. You know, everybody in oblock, you feel me? The older members either gone, you know what I'm saying, or in jail or dead. Now you got the younger ones. Now what happened to them finna happen to them, and then what happened to them finna happen to it's a never-ending cycle, bro.
This split wasn't just for organizational purposes. This split led to serious ongoing violence between the two groups, especially on Chicago's South Side. Today, the Black Disciples control...
Bro, nobody finna listen to FYBJ, man, bro. Trying to push peace. I ain't gonna count.
Local residents say that the Black Disciples of Oblock risk getting shot if they cross past Vernon Avenue to the east or venture north of 63rd Street. These are the sharp cutoffs between the Black Disciples and the Gangster Disciples territories. While the Black Disciples have Parkway Gardens, the Gangster Disciples call the neighborhood of Woodlawns home. Between Parkway Gardens and the Woodlawns neighborhood, 95% of the residents are Black and many live in poverty. Many violent interactions often take place right on King Drive, which is right next to where the borders of the two gangs meet. There was a McDonald's on King Drive that the Gangster Disciples were known to stay away from, given this was Black Disciples territory. This McDonald's ended up being a violent meeting ground between the two groups anytime a Gangster Disciple stepped foot here, and eventually had to close down because of this extremely hostile environment. Most of the shootings on King Drive take place between 64th and 65th Streets, where many of the businesses located on this block have had a tough time doing business with the constant crime.
You hear like shooting every single day. I can't step outside anymore. I can't. I'm scared of my life.
On this Parkway supermarket, there was once a mural of the famous rapper King Von.
Oh, yeah,
King Von grew up in Oblock and was one of the rappers who made Oblock nationally known. King Von made an album called Welcome to Oblock that was released in 2020. This album is a vivid narrative of what his experiences growing up in Oblock were like. King Von was very involved in gang violence and ended up losing his own life outside an Atlanta nightclub in 2020. Even before King Von, there was another influential rapper that contributed to Oblock's fame. The first major artist to come from Oblock was Chief Keef, who was generally known for the birth of drill music. Chief Keef had his breakout hit in 2012 known as I Don't Like, and frequently references Oblock in his music. Chief Keef has stayed away from Oblock ever since he became famous, though, for fear that his life would be in danger by rival gangs if he were to return.
Yeah, bro, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it real with you, bro. That's just what it is. You know, I'm freaking proud of Chief Keef, though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That's the goal. That's the goal, man. To do what Chief Keef has done. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, bro, when it comes to me growing up with homies and all that, I don't owe you a dang thing. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I don't owe no homies a dang thing. No cap. Nobody owes you nothing. You grow up with niggas, bro. Niggas start thinking that you owe them something. Nigga, this is my money that I worked for. You think because I known you, nigga, that means that your money is mine? I don't know what the freak you think this is. I worked hard for my money, so nigga, I choose how I want to. You know, if I want to give to you, you know what I'm saying? If I want to give money to, that's my right too. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got to do a dang thing for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I got to do a dang thing for you. If you call me fake, all right, call me fake then. You a grown man. You know, get off your butt and go work too. You know what I'm saying? But if I want to take care of you, I'll take care of you. If I don't want to, I don't have to.
And there's Lil Durk.
Because none of y'all niggas be helping nobody with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, when a nigga be asking a nigga to support a nigga, you feel me? You know, I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. You know, when it come to my partners, bro, they will support me from the beginning. That's one thing I can say about Keita Freak and them niggas. You know what I'm saying? They seen the vision just like I seen the vision. You feel me? So I'm gonna keep it real, and it's just real, bro. If your close friends not supporting you, you know what I'm saying? Your close friends don't share your junk. Your close friends don't shout you out or nothing. They ain't really your close friends for real. Like, you know, supporting is free. You go support a famous nigga. You share this nigga junk, but you won't share your partner junk though. Nigga, you ain't my partner. That's just what it is. I ain't gonna lie, you ain't my partner. That's how I be with a lot of these niggas. These niggas don't share your junk. These niggas don't support you, and they won't, and they dare to ask for a handout. How that make sense? Nigga, you ain't done nothing but be a friend. You really ain't even a friend. You ain't done nothing but be around, and you got your hand out like I owe you something. Well, nigga, you couldn't even do the smallest things, bro. You feel me? I bet a lot of y'all, bro, got some so-called homies. Them niggas don't support. I want you to think by yourself after this stream. I want you to think, dang, what do my homies support me with? Do my homies really support me, man? If you can't answer that question, nigga, you need to find some new homies, or don't find no homies at all. Do your homies support you? You feel me? Do they support you, bro? You feel me? Just think that if they don't support you, bro, them ain't your homies, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Was technically from nearby Englewood, Illinois, but is heavily associated with Oblock. In 2021, Lil Durk publicly said that he wanted people
only support people, bro, when they see stuff popping, bro. At the beginning, bro, nobody gonna support you, not even your parents. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I ain't gonna lie. God blessed me with different people around my life. I ain't gonna lie. You know, parents, you know what I'm saying, support me. I ain't gonna cap. It's like everybody seen the vision. You feel me? But, bro, most of these people, bro, they ain't finna support you, bro, unless they see something going. They ain't believing in you. They ain't finna support you, bro, unless they see motion. You know what I mean? When they see motion, then that's when a lot of people will start supporting you. But at the beginning, bro, it's just gonna be yourself. I ain't gonna cap to you.
Parkway Gardens, when a rumor came out that the neighborhood was up for sale.
Friends ain't gonna believe.
Lil Durk tweeted out,
parents ain't gonna believe.
Don't matter how much it is. But arguably the most famous person by far to once live in Oblock is Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama was born in Parkway Gardens and lived here for the first 2 years of her life. The neighborhood was originally a cooperative housing project designed to provide affordable housing to Black working class families. It was originally a safe and supportive neighborhood. But even back in 1964, when Michelle Obama was born here, her parents could see that the block was changing. Because of this, Michelle Obama's family moved to a safer neighborhood outside of Chicago. In 2006, the nearby affordable housing complex known as the Robert Taylor Homes was demolished. This led to the displacement of many of its residents, including members of the Black Disciples gang. Many of these Black Disciples moved their operations to Parkway Gardens. Already in Parkway Gardens at the time was the Gangster Disciples territory. These two groups, now living basically on top of each other, set the stage for violent territorial disputes between the two gangs. The next major increase in violence came in 2011 when a Black Disciples member named O.D. Perry was killed. O.D. wasn't just a random member of the Black Disciples, he was highly respected and considered a key figure in the neighborhood's street structure. O.D.'s death was a major blow to many young men in the community. Because of this tragic loss, the block was then referred to as O-Block in his honor. O.D.'s death also coincided with the rise of drill music. The music artists from O-Block that we mentioned before, Chief Keef, King Von, and Lil Durk, started referencing O.D. and O-Block in their lyrics. This brought national attention to the block and even to the gang conflicts that were fueling their music. As O-Block was becoming famous on the internet, the two gangs seemed to ramp up their violence even further. Between the years of 2011 and 2014, O-Block had more shootings than any other block in Chicago. Since 2014, crime has still been rampant, where every year O-Block averages 145 violent crimes, 280 property crimes, 114 acts of vandalism, and 31 motor vehicle thefts.
Like, imagine, bro, living in this type of environment, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, bro, I ain't gonna cap, bro. It just feels good just living peaceful. Like 280 property crimes, 145 violent crimes, 114 vandalism, 31 motor thefts, bro. Too much going on. You know what I'm saying? Too much going on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Other areas around Chicago also have high crime rates like Englewood, Washington Park, and Woodlawn, but Oblock stands out because of how many crimes take place in such a concentrated area. Because of how extreme this block had become, the Chicago police knew that they needed to make some massive changes. The department's first step was assigning a special unit just to patrol Oblock. The Chicago Police Department designated a 5-square block as an impact zone, which encompasses Parkway Gardens. This impact zone is where 10 veteran officers bring along brand new officers to conduct routine foot and vehicle patrol checks.
Need to be done.
The Police Department also formed a summer patrol unit that added extra officers to this area for the summer months, which is when the crime is usually the highest. Along with more police patrolling the area, visitors are now met with heightened security. When visitors are driving into the Parkway Gardens neighborhood, they have to pass through a 24-hour guardhouse that is stationed at each of the entrances. Residents of Oblock are given a special sticker on their car that allows them entry automatically. Additionally, the complex is surrounded by an 8-foot-tall fence, and pedestrians are limited to just 5 entrances along King Drive. There have also been over 100 security cameras installed throughout Oblock.
That's how these niggas got caught.
These cameras monitor building entrances, courtyards, parking lots, and pedestrian gates. This footage is actively being monitored by the special Oblock security personnel and has helped investigators to find many criminals behind deadly crimes. A major root cause behind the violent crime of this block is the fact that many of the children here aren't often in school. In 2022, 45% of children living in Oblock were classified as chronically absent, which is defined as missing 10% or more days of school. Students from Oblock attend the Hirsch Metropolitan High School, which has an average attendance rate of 61%, much lower than the state of Illinois' average attendance rate at 89%. Roughly just 65% of residents living in Parkway Gardens have attained a high school diploma. There's many students living here that want to go to school.
Like, look at this.
Have attained a high school diploma. There's many students living.
Look at this, bro. You know what I'm saying? The junk is crazy. Just look at this, bro. There's nothing good about this life, bro. You know what I'm saying? And this is the life that people like glorify. They glorify the struggle. They glorify, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? And like I said, bro, don't let people, I told you, don't let people make you feel like you less of a man, bro, because you ain't come from this. You know what I'm saying? This all comes from, man, I don't know, man. It goes deep, man. It runs deep, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, I do feel like this all was designed, bro. You know what I mean? Honestly, bro, it just goes deep. I can't even explain it, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it comes from, like I said, parents being jackasses. You know what I mean? Not the little kids, man. Gotta grow up in this, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. It's just, man, deep, man. That's what I be saying, man. It's like, in real talk, though, it's like people forgot the goal, though. You know what I'm saying? For real. I remember back then, you know what I mean? The goal was, like, when I moved out of Alabama, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I was mad as heck. I ain't gonna lie. Then I come up to Georgia, and I started seeing, like, dang, bro, like, think in the suburbs, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the way like a nigga really supposed to be living. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So, a nigga just, you feel me? I started thinking, I'm like, bro, half of my family, bro, is still in Alabama, bro. Half of my partners still in Alabama. Nobody didn't move, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, bro. You got niggas that's going to be in Alabama for their whole life. You feel me? Straight up. Like, I went back to Alabama one day and I said, I'm like, dang, I love this. This is what I like right here. Went back home and I looked, I'm like, bro, ain't nothing changed, bro. Nothing changed. That junk still look the same. You feel me? Still everything. You got that Turkish chicken right there, you know what I'm saying? You slide up there, you got the freaking barbershop, Mr. Teddy barbershop right there. Man, I could picture it in my brain. Nothing has changed, bro. You feel me? So if you are in the hood, you are wherever you are, the goal is to get out the hood, get out there. It's not to stay in it. A lot of y'all want to stay in the hood, bro, just to maintain an image. F that image, bro, you trying to maintain. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares about you being from the hood. Nobody cares about you struggling. Goal is to get out. It's all about wanting better for your life. But like I said, the world has gotten weirder. Now niggas not even trying to make it out the hood no more. Niggas trying to stay in it. You got niggas that get rich and they still coming back to the block for what reason? Bro, don't forget where you came from. Nigga, that's the point. To forget where you came from. What you mean don't forget where you came from, nigga? That's the point. Especially if I came from poverty. I came from struggle, nigga. Why I want to remember that? Why I want to go back to that? Why I want to go back to my vomit? Like, how it makes sense? Why do I want to return back to the vomit? The place that I worked so hard to get out of, I'm returning back to it. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Forget where you came from. Yeah. I see what I'm saying? I go against the world. How the world think, I don't think like the world. So niggas gonna be like, bro, you ain't supposed to change and all that. Bro, you get money, you're supposed to change, and not in a bad way. I'm not saying change and be on some humble and unhumble junk or some cocky junk, bro, but you're supposed to become a better person. You're supposed to not want to return back to this. But you're supposed to want to, if people think you changed, F them. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You feel me? But for me, I ain't been back to Alabama, bro, and I ain't visiting family, bro. I ain't been back. I don't go back there. I'll keep it real with you. Straight up.
Living here that want to go to school more
I'm
often,
good about it, bro.
but say they are afraid of walking to school. This walk can be dangerous because many of the kids have to cross into rival gangs' territories in order to get to school.
Get out, bro.
Children get involved in gangs as early as 13 years old here. For much of middle and high school, these kids have to be careful of where they are walking anytime they leave their neighborhood. With children growing up in this environment where they're essentially destined for the streets, community members have been looking for ways to put an end to this violent culture on Oblock. Recently, a new $350,000 artificial turf field has just been installed at Dulles Elementary School, which is just north of Parkway Gardens. This field was installed to hopefully give teens and children a safer place to play. Also, a Chicago police officer, Jennifer Maddox, founded a program to help the children of Oblock known as Future Ties. This program offers after-school activities, homework assistance, and summer camps for the children in Parkway Gardens. This program has provided a safe environment with activities like arts and crafts, field trips, and guest speakers looking to keep the children off the streets. But maybe the most significant recent change around Oblock comes from the pastor of New Beginnings Church just to its south. Pastor Corey Brooks camped out on the roof of some empty shipping containers in 2021 to raise money for a new community center.
10 years ago, Pastor Brooks made international headlines when he spent 3 months of the winter.
Y'all know the crazy thing is what y'all be applauding. Like I said, it's good, bro. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the billionaires, and I don't care what you say, bro. When you get money, you're obligated, bro, to take care of people. Simple as that. When I get money, I feel like I'm obligated to take care of people. It's not your money. You know what I'm saying? You probably like, what you mean it ain't my money? It's God's money, bro. Everything you got is God's, bro. You're borrowing. You're a caretaker. That's what you are. What you mean it ain't my money, bro? You know what I'm saying? I made the money. I made that money, bro. Bro, who you think made? I'm not saying God like made money print. God made everybody that made money. Who you think made the person that made the money? Nigga, who you think gave you the brains, nigga, to be that smart? Who you think gave you everything? So I feel like it's an obligation. And it talks about it all the time. I bring up the word all the time. It talks about that give. Give back, give back, give back. When Jesus was here, all Jesus did was give to people. Man, Jesus used to wash people's feet. So if Jesus did it, you can't do it. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You obligated to give. You obligated to give back. Because one thing, you're not nothing without people. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna cap. I can't pass by a homeless person and not give them money. I can't. I feel convicted, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta turn back and give them $1 or something. If I got money in my wallet, I gotta take care of people. You feel me? A lot of you niggas selfish. Some selfish niggas. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So it's obligated to give to people. It's obligated, bro. You know what I'm saying? Give to people, bro. It's all right to think about. It's all right to think, you know what I'm saying, more to yourself. These niggas these days, they just want it all for themselves. That's why these niggas don't stay on top for long. That's why they lose everything. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You feel me? Niggas selfish. Like I said, when it comes to American billionaires, whatever your name is, it's cool, bro, about you know what I'm saying, going to Africa, you feel me, and giving them, building schools. Because one thing about Africa, bro, it's not poor like you think it is. You know what I'm saying? Everybody always trying to talk about the United States of America. Oh, the United States so spoon-fed. Nigga, come down here. But we got trenches just like every other continent and country, bro. It ain't all peaches and cream in the United States, nigga. I don't know what the freak these foreigners think the United States is. Niggas think, we got freedom, it's peaches and cream? Bro, you got freaking, have you seen North Philly? Bro, you got trenches in here, bro. You got some bummed out places in here. They don't show you the rich parts of Africa, though. They only show you the poor parts. Show the poor parts of the United States. You got rich and poor parts just like any other continent and country. But you got these American billionaires and these millionaires. They go to other countries and take care of these people, but don't even take care of their own people. How that make sense? How that make sense? You don't even take care of your own dang people, but you go to Africa and take care of them niggas. You don't build schools over here, but you go over there and build some schools. These niggas take care of other people more than take care of their own people, nigga.
On top of a crime-infested motel.
You niggas be building schools, doing all that. Niggas ain't built no type of schools in Chicago. No type of, nigga, you obligated to do that. You obligated, nigga, to make change, man. That's all Jesus did was make change. So, nigga, if he did it, you do it. Simple as that.
Across the street from his church, raising nearly $500,000 to tear
hey,
the
bro.
motel.
Hey, like I said, chat. Hey, chat. I gave y'all permission. You're freaking mods. Know what I'm saying? Go in and time them out. Do what you do, bro.
Now, on that empty lot, there are
he ain't timing out for no reason.
Containers symbolizing the $30 million community center he wants to build on this site.
These shipping containers were just across the street from his church on King Drive. This community center
what it's all about, bro.
Classrooms, a gym, restaurants, basketball court, and other facilities aimed at helping its community members become better equipped to enter the labor force. Corey Brooks ended up making national headlines with this fundraising effort and eventually hit his goal of raising $30 million.
$30 million?
Construction for this community center began in 2023, marking the start of this 85,000 square feet and 3-story tall facility just outside of Oblock. The United States in general has a major issue with crime, but almost equally as bad is the war that's taking place at our southern border. The Mexican cartels operate at much higher levels than the Oblock gangs, where they are building underground tunnels that extend for miles, using drones to spy on border patrol agents, and are essentially in control of much of Mexico. I did a deep dive into how Mexican cartels are outsmarting the United States, where you can find that video right here.
Oh yeah, got the Mexican cartels, man. You know what I'm saying? Mexican cartels, man. You feel me? Bernardo, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why the FBI raided Oblock. You know what I'm saying? Somebody tell me, look, somebody